everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Lauren, and on my channel we mostly talk about anything luxury, but we also discuss lifestyle and beauty. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get started with the video. So in today's video, I'm presenting you my luxury regrets. These are items that I've acquired over the years and that I have regretted purchasing and no longer use or wear. So if you're interested in seeing which ones are these items, then please keep on watching. So the first item of my luxury regrets is a watch. It's the Hermès Heure H in size PM, and it's got a double bracelet with a double strap in color étoupe. So actually this is my first, what I would call luxury watch. Before that I used to have like $30 watches, not great. And this is kind of a luxury regret for me because I didn't really do a lot of research getting this watch in the first place. And I definitely should have. This is actually something that I have featured in my jewelry collection video. So if you're interested in seeing the other pieces of my jewelry collection, I will go ahead and leave that video in the little information link over here for you to see it. But basically what happened here is that I didn't do much research, and for me the massive no-no about this watch is that it comes with a leather strap, and that for me is so not practical. The thing is that it's not waterproof, so you absolutely have to remove it to take a shower. But even more than that, you pretty much have to remove it every time you wash your hands or every time you use the sink or something like that, because the water will splash on the leather bracelet and cause it to like wrinkle and then even leave stains. So it's really not the best. It's really impractical. I feel like it's something that I have to kind of watch out for. And the price of the strap is also a big downside for me. So they have to be replaced fairly frequently. This is actually not the first bracelet that the watch came with. And the price of these bracelets are like north of $600. So this is kind of like a big thing for me. It's almost the price of like a new item, like a new SLG or a new, I don't know, scarf or something. And so if you have to spend that much on just a leather strap that needs to be replaced every like 2 years, this is kind of a lot. Additionally, I feel like one of the problems, and you'll see in the mod shots or the close-ups, is that the corners of the watch kind of like wore off. So the gold plated kind of wore off, and now you can see that. And so it is pretty apparent once you look at the watch closely. And this is a watch that of course I've worn every day, but I haven't worn every day for like 10 years. So for the corners to be this damaged in that little short amount of time, it's really not a good indication for me. And so yeah, this is kind of a big luxury regret, probably the worst purchase of this entire video. So next up in my luxury regrets, we have a scarf. It's from Louis Vuitton, and it's called the Louis Vuitton Reykjavik scarf in gray, and it's made of cashmere. While I love the look of the scarf itself and I love the feeling, it is super soft. It's like the softest scarf I've ever felt. It's actually a lot softer than Burberry. So it's really nice. I love the feeling, but, and here is the massive but for me, because it's so like thick, it becomes very bulky when you wear it, and very like thick and big around your neck. And for that reason, just for me in my head, it no longer looks very classy, or as classy as I would hope a cashmere scarf to be. So for me, that's the massive downside of this scarf. Additionally, I do think that it is too warm for here. So I live around the DC area, and here it just doesn't get that cold very much, very often. So this would be perfect, say if you're living in Canada or something where the temperatures are a lot colder than here. But for here, in my mind at least, you kind of do look ridiculous wearing something this thick, because the bulkiness really shows through when you're wearing it. And for that reason, this is something that I have to admit I have probably worn less than 5 times since I got it, which I know is super bad considering that I've gotten it at least like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've probably worn it like once a year. So this is something that I'm still kind of debating whether to keep or not. I think that it is not something that I will ever wear, and I don't see myself living in Canada ever again. I've done that. So for that reason, I feel like this would be a better option to resell this scarf, but again, I'm still not entirely decided. So next up on my list of luxury regrets, we have these sneakers. They're from Givenchy, and they're called the Givenchy Urban Street Leather Sneakers. So I actually love the look of them. I really like the fact that they're girly and feminine for being sneakers. They're not like bulky or like boyish type of things. I feel like they're really nice in that sense. But the problem is that I was never able to break them in, and I tried so hard. Oh my god, so hard. I actually wore them in my apartment at first, kind of as usual, and even that, like having them on for more than 15 minutes became a tremendous problem. I had like massive pain and blisters around my feet. I actually tried to wear them in New York City for like a short walk. I mean, not like a long, like 20 kilometers walk, a short walk. And I died. Like I had blisters around my feet. They were like all swollen and in blood. So it kind of looked like an absolute disaster. I have no idea how other people are able to wear these shoes. For me, they're super uncomfortable. I love the look, but for the level of comfort that they are, this is really not worth it, because in my mind, sneakers are supposed to be comfortable shoes. They're supposed to be shoes that you can wear for like, 20 kilometers. And these, I would absolutely die. It's absolutely not possible to keep them. So these are definitely shoes that I'll be selling. And I'm going to look for another pair of sneakers. So if you have any recommendations on a pair of sneakers that is comfortable, because again, that's my number one criteria, as I've learned from my mistakes now, I would love for you to let me know in the comments down below, because these are definitely not doable for me. So I would prefer to replace them with something that I know will last for a long time and that will feel great on my feet. So next up in my luxury regrets, we have a Chanel brooch in a combination of pearls and strass. And so here, this is something that I have to admit right from the start, I've actually only worn once, and I've probably had it for like 5 or 6 years, for like a really, really long time, which sounds horrible, but the thing is that I'm just too afraid of damaging my clothes using it. I also feel like the one and only time that I did wear it, it kind of drooped down weirdly, because the brooch is so heavy, it droops down from your clothes, so it doesn't look as nice as I thought it would initially look. And then another concern of mine, and this is maybe something that I can get over, but I would love for you to let me know in the comments down below what you think. In my mind, I'm just kind of concerned that it may look too extra, or that I'm like trying too hard. I feel like brooches are something that is more like reserved for older people, or people with like more established careers, stuff like that. And so in my mind, I'm like only 27, and I just feel like wearing this would be kind of not portraying my personality, or not portraying what I am exactly. It would kind of look like I'm trying to portray myself as somebody that I'm not. So in general, I'm still kind of like regretting this. I just felt like it wasn't the greatest idea of all to get it in the first place. But the thing that I can at least tell myself is that it has gone up in value quite a bit since I got it, because I got it so long ago, and that Chanel price increases have been very, very consistent. Since then, I feel like I will at least be able to sell it for double what I paid for initially, so that's kind of reassuring. And the last, and probably the least bad of my luxury regrets, is the Chanel Deauville in size medium in charcoal gray. This is a bag that I actually still love, but don't really have the occasions to use it. Because the bag is so big, I feel like it's best suited as a beach bag or as a diaper bag, and I don't have kids. I haven't really gone to the beach that much lately, so again, I haven't really had the opportunity to use it. You could also use this as a work bag, but for me, it's just way too showy. Because I work in academia, people are not really interested in seeing your designer stuff at work. So for that reason, this bag just kind of feels like it's left here in my closet. I haven't really used it that much in the past couple of years. I still love it. I love the look of it. I obviously love the brand. But the downside is that it is very heavy. So as you can see, I've already moved my arm like 3 times since we've started this little clip. and it's because the bag itself kind of gives me an arm workout. It's very heavy even when it's completely empty, so once you have to add like a bag organizer to actually keep its shape because it's not a super structured bag and then stuff inside, it just becomes like super heavy. So I do still love it, but I've actually just purchased a bag to replace it. I've just gotten the Dior Book Tote in size old small or new medium. And I feel like this bag will be a lot better for me because it's a lot lighter and it's just a lot less large as well. So I feel like this is a bag that I'll be able to carry more for like, you know, everyday occasions type of stuff. I've actually recently also released a video comparing both bags, so both the Dior Book Tote and the Chanel Deville. So if you're interested in seeing that video, I will go ahead and leave it in the little information link over here for you to see it. But basically this bag is just too heavy, too unstructured, and too big. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it was very informational for you. In case you were thinking of getting these items that I've just mentioned, definitely think twice because I haven't been very satisfied with my purchases. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.